Hi everybody. This is a Samsung power port for an old, about 10-year-old laptop. As you can see, it has seen better days. There are pieces missing, and this piece right here, in particular at the corner here, is actually burnt. You can see it not incredibly well in the video. I don't know if I can zoom in on it, but it is toast. So I started realizing a while as I was using a laptop is towards the end of high school and into college that I had to hold the port a certain way. This is a common thing with cell phones and older laptops. Macs don't usually have this issue, but PCs do. And this piece kept missing contact. So essentially, the laptop would have to be in this very perfect position. All the planets would have to be lined up, and you'd have to breathe a certain way, and it would power the computer maybe for a couple seconds. This is the escape key of a keyboard. This is the keyboard. So you can see how small this thing is. I mean, I can honestly probably put the escape key almost entirely over it, which makes sense why it snapped. In high school, I was not very friendly to it. There's plenty of times where it got yanked out of the wall, or got jostled in my backpack. My dog ran through it whenever I forgot to unplug it or whatever. There's a lot of standard issues that I'll run into. I took it to Best Buy whenever it started having the issue, and Best Buy was going to quote me somewhere between $100 to $300 for the repairs. I called Samsung. They said that they would repair it for about the same price, and I didn't have $300 as a 15-year-old, so I decided to hold off and just make do. So I'd hold it in different ports, which in different places, and obviously didn't do any benefit to the actual port itself. So this is the laptop over here. Sorry for anybody got a motion sickness from me spinning that quickly. And as you can see, it is plugged in, and the power LED is glowing. It's missing some pieces. Obviously, the drive has been taken out, and there's no RAM. Fans aren't spinning or anything because it's off. But if you want to see how old this laptop is, it still has a VGA port, and it did come with an Ethernet port, which is kind of nice. Some other damage that was done to it to see how rough I treated it. This is a USB port, and I just tased myself a little bit by touching it. And it's seen better days. Let's see if I can pull this around without dropping the battery. The battery is not secured in any way right now. Yeah, so you can see it's all bent out of shape. I could probably bend it back together, maybe heat it up a little bit and see if I can move it around, but not too worried about it. Anyway, this part cost me $4, including shipping. It took about 3 days to get here. This solder iron from Radio Shack cost me $11. And this bottle of isopropyl alcohol cost me about $6. So we have $4, $11, $6. 21 bucks. Yeah. Anyway, I have this other solder station over here that's about, I think, $70, but it still has the same general principle. It's just a hot tip. And I was able to desolder this, pull off the old one, which is why you can see the old one. If you want to see what the back's supposed to look like, this is what it looks like. Put it in, and it is now charging just fine. I can move the cord around, like I can almost even pick up the laptop. I'm not going to do that. That's how the other one probably broke in the first place. But this is, an essentially OEM charger, and it's now working perfectly. So, moral of the story, learn how to solder. Obviously, your town's probably not going to have a Radio Shack. Ours is unique in that way. But you can order one off of Amazon probably for around the same price, or even go on Radio Shack's website and order one. Although their website tends to be very price gougy, so they probably have it for like $20 or $25. In that case, just get a station. These are much safer. You can set the temperature. They have safety cutouts for overheats and things like that. This is a piece of metal plugged into the wall. It'll get the job done. I have many a burn on my arm from using this one because it doesn't really sit anywhere safely, so it'll roll over while you're doing something, or this bit right here gets hot. But this isn't about soldering irons. Learn to solder so you don't have to pay $200 to get your laptop fixed. That's the end for my TED Talk. See ya.